have moved, and it'll not be the same out there. How do you like this, guys? Our new stance. I love it. This kind of makes us look like we're slumped together a little bit, but I think we're okay.
No, we're fine.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Deb.
Sue.
I don't know who I am.
Mika.
And Mika. On Sunday,
forgotten.
March 7th, 2021.
Oh my gosh, it's March.
Episode
I
number
know.
37 of Flock
37.
Around the Table.
Walk around the
37.
table.
Yep.
If you're a subscriber, thank you.
Yep.
If you're not, go ahead. Just hit the subscribe button.
Yep.
We'd
Yeah, because
appreciate
we just
Hit
get
all those
better from
bells
here.
and buttons and all that other
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, and if Jane is watching, I've got a cowl for you to see.
Okay, good for
it.
Jane.
Cowl for Jane to see.
Uh-huh.
Jane
Who?
Jane
Oh,
who?
you're
Jane, my mom's friend, Jane.
Oh, Mom's Jane.
that Jane. Okay.
Jane.
That
Yes,
Jane.
I am her personal knitter.
Well, I'm so glad you're somebody's personal knitter. That's fantastic.
It really is, considering how much you have at home already knitted. You know,
I know, the bad
You
thing
would-
is, I looked through all of my stash because she asked for this cowl in a particular color.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't,
No, it wasn't.
I
Yeah.
had some flexibility.
Right.
But I looked through all of my stash and I had to go buy yarn.
Of course you
And
had to
it's
go
like-
buy yarn. Of course
Of
you
course,
did.
it just wasn't right. I'm looking
You would
for
have
green.
anyway.
or
But what was the
something.
color that she was looking for?
She wanted a burgundy. Well, she wanted
Aberdeen.
Abergine.
Aberdeen. I looked it up. That's a purple.
A purple?
Yeah. 'Cause I-
Okay, well,
I looked it up.
it's what I
burgundy-ish.
got is burgundy-ish.
Yeah.
Burgundy-ish. Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
What, you want me to get it out and show you while we're talking about it, or do you want me
Sure.
to save it for later?
No, we can.
You can save
we
it
can
for.
start.
We could. No,
Either
let's,
way.
Anticipation. Let's make them
They
wait.
can wait. You
Oh,
guys
Make
can-
yeah.
them wait.
So this way you won't
Bated
turn it
breath.
off, and you know. But in the meantime, if you want to go get your coffee and stuff, you can.
And your
go ahead. And your
Mpito.
mojito.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mojito.
Mojito.
How's
Mpito.
Mpito coming?
It's well. I work on it when we're doing this,
I
but I
know.
didn't last week because I was working on the
Oh, the
helical.
helical, yeah.
Mojito.
So yeah, I'm
I'm on block number 3, the last rows of block number 3 before I
No,
start.
I'm
my
still
lace.
on block number 2,
Well, that's because I did a little bit more last week.
and I'm using bigger needles.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have to go faster and do more so I can catch up. See, look, we're almost there.
But you're further along in the pattern than me.
I know, but that's okay. I have more yarn than you.
Yeah, you're using more of the stash than I am. I'm just.
Oh
using-
yeah, this whole little thing. This is a big part of using up the stash. That's why I told my sister. I said, you know, she's a crafter and she does a lot of cards, and you know, she's really good with her Cricut and everything. And you know, I said, you have 500 pieces of paper, right? And it's like this. I have 500 skeins of yarn, and it's like this.
It takes up a room.
You know what I mean? I said, 50 would be more than what your pad of paper, you know, your ream of paper takes up. So don't tell me I have too much stuff.
You know, the sad thing is, I also have scrapbooking stuff, and I have upstairs in my loft, and I have tons of paper.
Oh, really? My
Oh,
sister has
yeah.
a thing for paper. I have a thing,
So I have
thing
yarn
for fabric.
and
Yeah.
paper and beads.
See? And she has charms and
So I do everybody's. I mean, I haven't.
Do you guys
met-
do that? Do you guys have more than one that obsession
one
that you
craft?
kind of go with, you know?
Yeah.
You know, lately I've been watching on Facebook, there's a couple of artists that have like start to post, and there's this one guy, I think his name is Deepak, and he takes this really nice paper and he puts masking tape on, and then he makes these stripes and everything. He takes these little chalk crayons and he goes through, and then he takes the paper, the tissue paper, and it's like, I could do that. And then all of a sudden, then he takes his little pen and then he starts drawing all the background stuff, you know, the tree.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm done. There's no way. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that takes a paint and puts these globs, and then she mixes it all together, and,
And
then
then
she takes
spins it.
and then she does that, and then she takes her little knife and she makes these things in a little pen, and she fills it in, and I'm like, no. I mean, I could mush it all together. I'd be great at the mushing.
You could do that
I'd
part.
be good at the spinning part.
Yeah,
I
you'd
mean,
be
but
the
I would
spin-
have paint everywhere. But so you brought up a second craft.
Yeah.
You guys know I do stitch markers.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you gotta see this.
Oh, I'm not showing those yet.
Oh,
I'm not showing those yet.
That's
I do have fun ones. So of course I went shopping.
Right.
You guys shop for yarn.
Right.
I shop for stitch marker supplies.
And supplies.
I ran across the absolute best thing ever.
Really?
Not the ones I showed you.
Okay, show
which
me
you guys
another
will
one.
see.
In
a
the
while.
future. I think she's
But
setting me up
this
here,
is-
guys.
I am setting you up.
Oh no! She doesn't do this to me. She does it to me all the time. What the fuck, a bird? Oh my god!
I died laughing when I found them.
Oh my god, Patty! There's a lady, Patty. She's been sending me pictures of squirrels. Look at this little guy. He's a
Squirrel!
squirrel.
Squirrel!
It took me a while to figure out, what is
Oh
that?
Jesus, he's
Oh, how
cute.
cute.
Is that cute? Oh god, I'm gonna put him on every shirt.
Squirrel!
Squirrel.
These
Squirrel!
are my Deb markers.
Yeah. If he can't, if he,
Oh
yeah.
my god, where did you
Thank
find
you.
him? He's adorable.
It's my magic.
You
It's
do.
just my magic.
Your magic.
Oh my
I just made them up.
gosh.
I made them up. I
Those
have
are
my
so
own
cute.
metal mill. I just made them up myself.
She's got a 3D printer back there. It just goes ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk all night long.
That's why Jamie doesn't
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
So I made these up for these ladies, and I probably will get some onto the Felted Garden.
Oh my
soon.
goodness.
So you
have
guys
to,
can
so
see
that
the
our
squirrel
fellow
stitch
followers
markers.
can get squirrel markers, you know what I mean?
I only made up a few just yesterday to make sure I had them for these two today.
Oh my God.
Thank you. That's great.
That's good. That made the morning.
I forgot. Oh, so I forgot that I had ordered them, and I knew I had an order coming,
yeah.
but I forgot what I had ordered.
Oh no.
We would
I
know
never
that.
have that happen.
China,
No,
too,
mine
right?
don't come from China.
No, okay.
No,
I
they don't
thought, well,
come
maybe
from
because
China.
it takes a while sometimes to get them.
I know these ones I got pretty quick, but
Okay.
I knew I had I knew I put in an
Thanks to
order,
Betsy.
but I couldn't remember what the heck I ordered, and so when
Oh,
they showed
my
up, I was
God.
like, oh, that's right, I did order squirrels.
So
Yeah.
they were just making fun of me because I got yarn this week that I didn't remember ordering. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I do know.
Well,
it's just my second. That's my my Achilles heel is I end up. Y'all don't want to see my
again, though,
stitch marker debacle in my craft room,
no, but
my
again,
yarn room. But
think
it doesn't
about-
take up as much space as the yarn.
Right. It doesn't take up as much space. I've never been able to get a craft that hasn't like totally taken over the environment. And when I did a lot of cross stitch, you got all those tubes with the fabric. And granted, the floss fits in these boxes, but you got 4 boxes.
You got
and
4
then-
boxes.
And then, you have the hoops that everything goes in. So
yeah.
before you know it, you got this another.
Or you get the big stand that sits in front of you and
Yeah.
holds it, and you twist it. Yeah.
So same sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, I and I'm the type. I don't know, but you guys out there, when I start something,
There, you guys are out there.
I have to get everything. I can't do like part of it.
Can't do it half-assed.
No, it has to be all of it. If there are 62 different components to this, I have to have all 62. And then I find out there's 20 more, and I haven't even made one. Okay? But I have to have all the parts.
But you got to have it all. You
Because
gotta
I
have it all.
can't,
It makes perfect
You
sense.
would not
to
be
me.
good at scrapbooking then.
No.
No.
I did try it, and I did have a Cricut, and we ended up donating it back. And when I need it done, my neighbor used to work at Joann's, and he is really into all this stuff, and he'll do it for me if I need something done. And my sister will do it as well. So I just go and find it on Etsy and buy it. So if you ever get a handmade card from me, more than likely,
It was just bought.
let's keep it a secret. Don't tell anybody that I probably bought it. Stuck my label on the back, sort of thing.
I used to do scrapbooking, and that is it's a lot of fun. But again, you get so much stuff.
You get so much stuff.
Yeah.
I've got a thing of pockets, a sheet of pockets that hangs on the back of the door upstairs, and each little pocket has a punch, a paper punch, and
Right? Yeah.
different designs and different. Oh, and I still didn't have everything I needed.
No.
So
I
it's
bought those Martha on like Asia Center or something. Martha Stewart was running a special or something, and I bought them, and I did use them for a little bit. I made, when I did craft shows with my bags, I made cute price tags because people would see it, and then that kind of was a draw coming in. You know, like if it had a flower on it, I made sure that it had a nice, you know, and that got a bit much after a while trying to keep, you know, up with that. And so I said, okay, that's too much work. And then I couldn't get the paper to go through or something. So it went by the wayside that I didn't do it. And I'm the type that needs a pattern. I'm not a creative, can see, like, I can't necessarily see something. If I see somebody in a sweater, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I could make that, you know, sew it. Well, not if I don't have a pattern. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? I physically have to have pattern. Now, I may have a bag at home that I can kind of adapt from another bag as I've made it. But I am the type that kind of has to start.
You have to start with a pattern.
Just like my furniture fills the walls. I'm not a free floater. You know,
okay.
You know, like some people can decorate and they free float and they've got not me. Everything is on the walls.
So you would have had a hard time with this great room.
Oh yeah, totally. The couch would be way over there, and we would, you know, I mean,
we'd be sitting in
my kitchen and my family room
kind of go together.
Great room. It's all one big space,
right?
In case you were wondering.
And she's got.
So I have sofas and chairs that are free floating.
Right, and I'm not that way. It would drive me. You know, I mean, this is perfect. That's why I look at the wall. She's got a shelf in the corner and her buffet. And
Yeah,
that makes sense to me. And over here, there's
my wine thing. Yeah, y'all just one day I'll give you guys a tour.
Yeah, one day we can do a tour.
One day you guys can have a tour.
But yeah, and I'm just one of those people. But without a pattern, I sometimes can't go beyond it. I can't see it. You know, when I first started quilting, I thought, oh my God, I'm putting polka dots and stripes together. No, I mean, I had highs like this. You know, it was not a good scene. You know. So
Speaking of not a good scene, y'all.
What?
I got this in the mail this week.
You're gonna love it.
AARP, I have a bone to pick with you. What the flock of birds?
She's not even there yet. But she will be.
She's got, what, 3 weeks?
Welcome. What? Could I at least get there first, people? Crying out loud.
Well, they didn't want you to miss out on the free trunk organizer. You know?
Oh my God.
I mean, there you go. There you have it. 2 ways to join. Oh,
Seriously.
geez. There you are. Gee, that's only $16.
I know, right?
I think I did mine for a long time. You can actually do it.
And Jamie said, hey, pretty soon, he said this, like, seriously, hey, pretty soon you'll be able to get the senior discount. And I said, all right, you little fucker. If I'm going to get a senior discount, I'm going to tell the waitress that they need to charge you more.
Because you're not there. But that's okay. I mean, we went somewhere once.
Gosh.
And the senior discount, it was like $18 instead of $27 or something like that. And I was like, okay, I have money for dessert. I'm like, go ahead.
So can I just show my ARP card for senior discount?
Yeah, you do. And I think
Pretty much they'll believe you, though.
some of the Outbacks,
They'll say, I need the senior discount, and they'll believe you.
Yeah.
some of the Outbacks give you the 10% off the meal. I think Dunkin' Donuts, if you buy an extra large coffee, you get a free donut. But I don't think it's every day, but I think it's like once or twice a week or something like that. I found that in Florida. Wonder why it was good in Florida.
I was
Yeah,
like,
movie
I got
theaters.
that. I got that and a AAA
Now,
membership.
AAA I've had. So
The
That's-
same day. I was
Well,
like,
AAA isn't based on age. It's
no,
just,
I know. It just happened to
you
be.
just happen to be wealthy enough
Yeah.
to buy a AAA membership.
Which is
I
a
don't
good thing
have AAA.
I don't.
if
I
you
have
have a
had.
good dealership who's kind of out there, or they might have a relationship or something like that, you can have. I have AAA because I have a tendency to break down. And then Mikey gets there and the car turns right on and away we go. And
So you don't need AAA. You got Mikey.
I know, but I'll call AAA instead of calling him sometimes.
So when you're in like Florida, when you're traveling, can you just call AAA with
Yep.
your rental car too?
Yep.
So there you go.
Mhm. Yeah.
That
Makes a big difference because I always do. We actually use AAA in Ireland
Nice.
because I took 2 tires out in like the first 2 hours we were in Ireland. We left the airport. My sister drove, and we got into the
Oh my
Wicklow
goodness.
Mountains. And new cell phone. Guy told me I had international on it. Didn't do any extra setup. And we're in the Wicklows, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drive now. And Gail's like, okay, it's no problem because I got car sick anyway. In the windy roads, right? Of course, because
Right.
the GPS takes you on the back roads.
Of course it does.
I get in the car,
I
we
don't think
go
there are
around
any
the
front
corner, literally go around a turn, and there's a group of sheep right in the middle of the road. So I have to drive through them. That wasn't too bad. Got up over the hill. As I'm coming over the hill, there's a car coming at me, and I didn't have the adjustment, and I got over too far, and there's a rock. Boom, boom. Took out 2 tires.
Took out 2 tires.
On the driver's side, which is this side of the car in Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking a car came by, which means someone's going to come by. Well, we take the tire out thinking I only took out 1. Wrong. Took out 2. And nobody comes by. 45 minutes we sat there. Nobody comes by.
Not
They
even a
probably-
sheep.
Not a sheep or anything. I couldn't even get them. Not a signal on my cell phone. I'm
just
walking
bring the
up
sheep over and I'll start knitting on the sheep.
and so I
Could you get him to spin a little?
Right? Could you just not go so fast? I can't spin that.
But they all have paint on them. The sheep.
Yeah, they do. But that's how you get your variegated. So,
Oh, that's how you get your variegated. Oh, okay.
so anyway, nobody comes. So we're walking up and down. Everybody's trying to get a signal on the cell phone.
Everybody.
And well, there's 4 of us in the car.
Oh, I thought it was just you and Gail.
So my sister and her friend walk down the hill to a farm, and Mom and I sit there, and a guy goes by in a tractor. Okay, and I'm thinking, oh, at least maybe he can help. And maybe he has a cell phone, and he stops and he said, yep, that rock gets everybody. He had a southern accent, swear to God.
Oh, my
He sounded
gosh.
like he was from Georgia. And I'm thinking, and I didn't have the wherewithal to even ask him anything. We had been up all night. I was tired. And he goes, yep, rock gets there. They'll be coming by soon. And I'm thinking, who's they? Right? Anyway, long story short, my sister finally gets them. They call AAA. They have to come out from Dublin, which is 45 minutes. He moves the car down into a little area, a parking area, which is a camping, like a hiking site. He takes my sister off to buy 2 new tires for this rental car. We haven't even been in Ireland 4 hours. And we're sitting in the car, and then these people come up, and they're like looking and pointing, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? They come over to ask if we're okay and do we need anything, and we're like, well, other than the tires, because they're sitting on blocks. He goes, oh, we thought somebody stole your tires while you were hiking.
Yeah, because I just put my car here on the road as I go hiking.
Right, as I go hiking, and I'm thinking my mother.
Well, we are
is
American,
like,
so you know.
Yeah, my mother
Dumb
is like
Americans.
panic stricken now at this point because she thinks we're not in a safe neighborhood, and there's only cows and sheep and a waterfall and everything. I'm like, no, we're fine. They gave us some water and a sandwich, which was excellent. I'm like, can I have a Guinness?
Kevin Guinness to
So
go
our
along with my
first day,
sandwich.
the first day in Ireland cost us like $400 for tires. And the whole day was spent in this one little parking garage and then parking spot. And then we went down and finally started our trip in Ireland. So yeah, I took out 2 tires. Yeah. And I said, I'm not driving anymore. That's it. I'm done. She took out 1 later, but some guy was following behind us and he changed the tire, and so we just used the spare. And we didn't even tell him that when we turned it in, that the spare was dead.
You're bad.
I think Gail said something like she didn't think it was holding air or something. She made some comment. You know what I mean?
So that they would check
Yeah,
it.
so
So
apparently
the
not
next
that
person
big
wouldn't
gash
get
in the
Yeah,
side
the
of
gas
it.
probably didn't give it away, but
No,
you know,
we didn't harm any tires, but the side mirrors
yeah,
tended to get whacked. Well, because you have the hedgerows in there, and
Right.
you know, you get over a little bit and whack, 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 whack. So but they were pretty beat up when we got the car.
yeah. And I think they expect some of that. So you know what I
So
mean.
I hope so.
And actually, when I did the walk around on the car the second time we drove out there, I think I marked every scratch. I think the entire, they give you the picture of the
Yeah.
car. Every place had a little circle.
You know what Jamie has started doing because he's gotten dinged so many times from these rental car places. He takes pictures.
Yeah, I think I may
Before
start doing
it
that.
has the time date stamp on
Sure.
the photo.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like he just had one now where they came back and said, you owe us $1,700 because of this scratch and this scratch on the car. And Jamie's like, no, I don't. Here's the photos of the before.
Mm-hmm.
And they're right there. So
And they
Yeah.
go, well, we'll try the next guy.
yeah, we'll try the next guy. Yeah.
well, and it's because Mikey had that happen to him too, and it was like 2 or 3 weeks later they had sent this notice, and he's like, "Whoa, the guy walked around the car when I turned it in. Oh, well, they're busy at the airport. Well, that's your
I
problem.
don't care.
not
That's your
mine."
problem.
And so he sent it to the company, and then the company took care of it. But still, it was like, no, that's the whole purpose of you guys going around and everything.
And checking the
And,
vehicle.
and
yeah.
when we were in Florida in January with the car, I actually took that thing and stuck it on the top, so she saw where I had circled a couple of places, and they were really probably just dirt. But
But it doesn't
if
matter.
it was
I
a
don't
notice, I circled it.
Yeah.
But you're right, and they say that you should a video would be a good thing to do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he just takes pictures.
Because it's probably my luck. I go and think, oh, gee, it's 2.5 years later. I can delete this. Next thing you know, I get right at the end of the. Right at the end of the time they can sue hobbies. They probably know I'm deleting it in my phone. Just like this morning, I was late because iTunes knew I was in a hurry. I swear, it screws up every time I'm in a hurry. It just knows.
And you have to explain that more than just that statement.
You weren't in a hurry.
I
were ready
went
to
on.
go.
I was ready to go, and I thought, I'll change my book. I was listening to this one book, didn't care for it, can't follow it, so I thought I'll go back to one of the ones I really like. And I went on there, not mixing, it's syncing, it's updating, it's backlog. It took over an hour to get it, but we had trouble with the computer, so he reinstalled iTunes. And this was the first time I had gotten to iTunes.
He is
Mikey.
her
my
husband.
guru. Yeah, my little guru. So anyway, so I was kind of late this morning and a little frustrated.
That's okay.
But I walked in just as the food came out.
Yep.
So it was good.
I said she timed that perfectly.
I did.
just
I
put
didn't know.
we had breakfast burritos.
Yes, we did. They
And
were very
grapes.
good.
And the stuffing
grapes.
she made was amazing.
Yeah, just
With mashed, it was just scrambled eggs and sausage
mashed
and
potatoes.
mashed potatoes.
No, there was no mashed potatoes.
I don't know why I said
Scrambled
mashed
eggs,
potatoes.
sausage, green peppers, and onions.
Wow,
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
it was good. Yep,
and cheese.
and
And
cheese.
cheese.
And
cheese.
and cheese. So we had some cheese.
Let's have cheese.
So how are you guys doing on your Mpitos? Doing okay?
Are you even doing a Mpito?
Yeah,
Do we have anybody out there doing a Mpito?
Put in the comments. Let us know who's doing Mpito.
I haven't seen any pictures on Instagram.
Oh, well,
And I haven't, we've got some projects posted on our group page.
oh yeah.
Now that I think about it,
On Ravelry.
on
Yeah.
Ravelry. Oh, that's the other thing. I posted a new newsletter on Wednesday or Thursday on Ravelry on our group page. So if you go to the group setting, flock around the table, you'll see that there's a variety of topics that have been started. Newsletter 2 is the second newsletter.
Hey, duh.
Read and comment as you please.
Yep.
Or if you're new to the group, just introduce yourself and
Let us know what you're working on.
Yeah, what you're working on and where you from and
Sue's working on her Mpito, and I'm working on my Mpito.
Yeah.
And remember last week when I had said, and a couple of weeks ago, or was it last week already? I don't even remember when I started.
They blend together.
Anyway, this is half of the renewal cowl. I did it on purpose.
You didn't want it as long as...
It's called Renewal, made with our Renewal color by Leading Men.
For Roving, Indiana.
For Roving, Indiana. And Katie from, oh boy, that made my hair look good, from Village Yarn Company, did a pattern.
Yeah,
and there's
the renewal pattern.
Here's the renewal pattern. And it's like, I don't know, 14 plus inches long. And I decided to cut it in half and maybe make two because...
because you didn't want it that
I
long
didn't want it that
for
long.
yourself.
So, if you remember last week, we kind of had a big fight over here because I mentioned a design element.
No, you
Of
were
the
giving
pattern.
the
No,
actual... Yes, you were.
No.
You were.
don't go there again.
Don't go
You
there.
were.
I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay.
I don't see you.
You're not there. I can't see you. You're not there.
You left.
I don't see you. You're not 50 yet.
You got a couple more weeks
Somebody
to go.
asked me if I had my appointment for my
Oh, you're
for my
COVID?
vaccine, and I
Yeah.
go, no, because I'm not 50 yet.
In Indiana, we're down to age 50, so.
And we had this past weekend. They had a big Johnson & Johnson.
And I have
out the
18
track.
days to go.
We have 18 days to go. They had a big out at the track. Boy, did that look very organized. I mean, seriously, these people had it like
The Johnson &
they
Johnson
pulled
one.
it, and I was like, damn, I wish I could have gone. They were down in Gasoline Alley. I mean, the whole bit. They were like
cool. Nice.
right down there, and I'm thinking, oh man, that would have been too fun to go to the track just and not have to worry about and
Or
fumes
parking and walking 5 miles to get there.
Oh, God.
yeah,
no
or
kidding.
running it. You know, back in the day when I did the mini,
Oh.
you do the track. You 2 miles
I've
up it,
walked the track, but
and it's
I don't know
sloped,
why.
and there's no shade.
No, there's no shade.
And of
Not on the
course,
track.
the only time it's like cloudy and everything, but the minute you hit the track, boom,
Nope, sun's right above
the
you.
sun, there's not a cloud. You get off the 16th Street into the track, it's bright and sunny. The entire track, you get off back on 16th, there's a cloud. You know what I mean? It was like, it was awful.
Well,
It's great fun though. It's a great experience. I shouldn't say it was.
track?
The track and getting into the speedway is quite phenomenal. It really is a place to see. If you're ever in Indy, go to the museum over there. Head over to the track.
yeah, because
it's really
they'll drive the track. You can ride the track.
yeah, and some of the bike routes and things and some of the runs. But it is an amazing thing. And when you fly over it, it's like, holy crap in a cracker. Whoa!
Well, Jamie and I, when we moved here, I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast or not, but
Go ahead.
yeah.
Wait, let me go back at my notes.
Yeah, good gracious gravy.
I know.
No, I think going to an Indy 500 is definitely a check mark, experience that one must do. And I've done it once, and I encourage everybody should do it. It's like, the pyramids and
Right.
whatnot. I mean, it's
Seriously,
The pyramids
it
in
really is.
Egypt or the ones in...
no, the ones in Egypt.
Yeah.
Not the ones down here
No,
on Michigan Road.
we have ones that
No.
kind of look like it's not the one on
I
Michigan
think
Road.
it's a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
I truly think it's a bucket list thing.
Particularly if you live here.
Or if you live, within driving distance.
Okay.
I think but we did it. We fell into doing it the right way.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling this
fell
story.
into it. I mean, like legitimately, we had the police escort.
Oh yeah. See, so you had the whole
Oh
VIP.
yeah, we had the
Right.
complete VIP thing, and
Right.
you
didn't get up at 6 o'clock in the
No.
morning, sit in traffic for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, no.
To walk 2 miles.
No.
To then sit in the stands for another
No.
2 hours while the band
No.
Purdue
We had
drum went round and round, and you know what I mean.
No, we had the police escort, and then we had our limo service drove right into the center of the track. We parked in the center of the track and then went to our seats.
Wow.
So, like,
you
legitimately,
did.
we were not that far.
Right.
We didn't have to walk that far. We were
Right.
from the center of the track to our seats.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
That is a great way to do it.
Yeah, and I've told you about one of my experiences at the track is working in one of the souvenir booths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
we've
that's-
had that. That's kind of amazing too.
That's amazing, but it's, oh my God, a long, horrible day.
It is, yeah, that would be
Long
long,
day.
horrible day. Yeah, I
Long.
mean, we had a neighbor in the group, the homeowners association type thing, and he did the volunteer thing, and they had to be there like at 6
God
in the
bless
morning.
those
Oh, yeah.
volunteers.
And, yeah, I did, and I ran into him, and I'm like, I took him water, and he's like, oh, we get plenty of that. We get breaks and everything. They rotate them and stuff, and they go from this part down. They do really well with them because he just looked at me and he said, "That's because we're all over 90."
We're all over
He
90.
must have been a yellow shirt.
He was a yellow shirt.
Yep.
I want to volunteer like at the Pacers games or something like that. Just because, like find them the seats. Oh, that's down here. And then I can watch the basketball games because
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of, or the concerts where you kind of
Oh,
do those.
or at Clues.
Yeah, that would be
Yes,
good
you
too.
watch
So
it,
you
yeah.
then you can
Yeah.
kind of sneak in and maybe watch.
Just stand there. I'm just standing here so that I can help people.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know anything about it. Talk to him.
Don't bother me.
Don't bother me. I'm watching the play.
Yeah. Too engrossed in the play.
Well, when I worked night shift and I went in at 7 p.m., we did our assessment. So I would go in and somebody say was watching Big Bang. And I
Yeah.
see like 10 minutes of it. And then I go over here and somebody's watching 10 minutes of something else.
Yeah.
And then the last one or the one that needed the most help, you were in there for 20, 30 minutes. You're like, oh, this is really cool. So you go back and, oh, forgot, got to go get something. And then they changed the channel.
And you're like, well, I was watching that program. What have I done?
I'm like, what happened? Oh, I
Sounds
got
like a
bored with
husband.
it. Yeah.
Sounds like a husband. I was watching that. Why did you flip the channel?
Yeah.
Well, you were cooking. Yeah, but I was paying attention.
But I was paying attention. And I'm sure, like I said, all these people who have been on ventilators and sedated probably woke up to the craziest remembering because the nurses would turn things on. 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like, I am not watching this. So we turn on like an old Western or something.
it was-
And I learned when I worked at the Disney store, we had to memorize this like, I don't know, promise type thing. And so I went over it and over and over with this little lady when I took care of her. And I was in there constantly, and I'm sure when she woke up, and they're like, Myrtle, how are you feeling? Well, I'm dedicated to being, and they're all looking at her going, okay, she's lost it. So.
Well, that was like I was at the car dealership the first of the week. Because all the little lights on my dashboard that tell me when I'm straying out of the lane or there's somebody in my blind spot, they all stopped working.
I thought you were going to say
They all lit up. That's what I thought she was going to say too. And I'm like, well, were you in the middle of the lane or?
No,
Did you notice that they weren't working because
I
you were
did know-
straying out of the lane?
Or did you
No,
get
no, no,
another
it-
light?
Huh?
Did you get another light telling you they're not working?
Lights not working. No, what happened
wouldn't
was
start.
I have this blind spot warning thing, and I put on my turn signal to change lanes. I didn't get the blind spot warning, so I pulled over and I almost hit a car.
Yeah.
So I went, something's not working. Anyway, ended up at the car dealership, which is just such a fun place to be. And I took along my
Especially
knitting.
yours.
God.
They're
They said-
slow.
They said to me, oh, this will probably be an hour, hour and a half. And I said, as if any other time I've been there hasn't been an extended period of time. I mean, that one time I could have taken my pajamas.
And you probably should have.
I
the
probably
one
should
time.
have.
But on the other hand, when
Was-
you go, you plan. So you take your knitting or your
Yeah.
book and you sit down and you read and you're doing good. I'm like, okay, it's going to take an hour and a half or it's going to take 2 hours. They come back 15 minutes later and I'm really into what I'm doing. And they're like, we're done. And you're like, no!
No, what happened to me was
I would never say that at a car dealership. I would be like, thank you very much. I'm out of here.
Wait, I still have
How long
16
did it take
more
them?
rows.
It took them about an hour and a half, but this guy was sitting in the waiting room with me, and he had the remote control for the television set, and he was way into Home Shopping Network or QVC.
Ooh.
I am so not into that stuff. And they were doing all of this arts and crafts scrapbooking paper product thing, and he kept
Going back and forth to see if they change.
no. He was intentionally watching that stuff.
Was he picking up the phone and calling for it?
No, he was just watching it, and I thought, couldn't we find something else to watch?
Well, maybe he thought that was his entertainment or something.
Or
Apparently.
maybe he thought that would be something you would like to watch. And you guys just didn't communicate with each other.
Well, we didn't talk with one another.
Right.
I didn't say, what the hell are you watching that crap for? I was polite. I didn't say a word.
I would have been tempted to say, is this something that you're truly interested in? Or could we perhaps find something that's,
Yeah. No,
maybe
I
a little
didn't.
more
I just kept my head down and knitted away.
time, like a
Yeah.
movie or something, or...
Yeah. No, didn't say that. Just let it go. I'm more of a let it go kind of person. Unless I'm with you guys.
At the one.
Then I have to straighten them
No,
out.
and then she has to,
Then she has to go, wait a minute, hold on.
Us around, you know what I mean? And I'm like, just because you're the oldest doesn't mean you're the smartest.
Oh, yes. Please let's bring that up.
I've used that on my mother all the time. She's sometimes like, well, I'm the oldest. And I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't necessarily make you the smartest. And then she got, you're right. My senility has set in. I don't think what I said was true. And she goes shuffling off into the kitchen. I'm like, oh,
my
okay.
goodness.
So,
Well,
yes,
I don't have senility yet.
I do.
Yeah. No, you've got dementia.
Yeah.
Don't get her on that track. Genuinely,
Okay.
Christmas. She's already squirrel enough.
All right,
I don't
all
need
right,
her
all right.
squirrel on that. What fun
Yes.
fun squishy shit did you get this last week? I know you got squishy stuff.
Oh, my
Okay.
Lord. It was like
If you recall last week, we were talking about, she was saying,
I'm going to shop for my coffee table.
probably shop for my coffee table.
Yep.
Well, I had ordered these things prior to that commitment. Although I do confess I've ordered more yarn since then. It is, Susan.
I told her, I said, you need a 12-step program. I mean,
She got a refund check from the IRS, and she's like, "Oh, I get to go to Florida with you." Oh, I think my sister's going. Okay, well, I'm going to spend it on yarn.
shopping.
No.
You must have yarn.
Oh, I do. Well,
I like this.
this is something that I really liked, and it came in this bag.
I think she likes the bag as much as she likes
Well,
the yarn.
Almost. It is compostable. So it won't be around into the next millennia, which I think is great. So I'm really impressed. This lady is Kelly Freeman. Her company is called Ramen Needles, Yarn, and Fiber, like ramen noodles. Which
Ramen
Anyway.
noodles. I like.
Hey,
ramen
I like
noodles.
ramen.
Me too.
I might have to make ramen tonight for dinner.
Okay, this is the yarn. Isn't this pretty?
Look at how cool.
Look at this.
Turn it around. Show the other side. That's my side.
What other side?
The neon side. Isn't that great?
It is called American Neon
Yep.
I like it.
by
And-
Ramen Sock.
Ramen, yeah. And it is 75% merino, 25% nylon.
I like the
300
little ball of yarn with the knitting needles, but it looks like ramen with chopsticks.
Yeah, it's very pretty yarn, and it's really nice and soft. So it's going to be fun to knit up into something. I would take it out of the band and just
See what it looks like?
see what it looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why.
She's pretty good about putting it back in.
No, you don't need to put it back. Well,
Oh.
I can.
okay.
You can leave it in a combustible bag.
No,
The bag
It's
goes-
not combustible. It's compostable.
Okay.
Oh my god, you two. It's like freaking frack here.
It'll be by the time I would get using the yarn, the bag would be combustible.
You would be combustible.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Look at this. Isn't that lovely?
It is really pretty. It's
Oh
really
my
pretty.
gosh, it really is neat. Look at how sweet that looks.
Fun.
And it's kind of fun. It's soft. It should be great to work with.
Yeah,
That'll make a fun shawl.
it will.
Kind of like fiery and
Yeah.
I really like it.
That'll be cool.
It'll be fun.
Hang on, I'll
What?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
I was going to put it on like a
lay?
Yeah. But it would, because it would go with my shirt pretty good.
I was gonna.
You're
do
going to
that.
hold that?
Yeah.
She can do that. I can't. I mean, my fingers, I can't get my fingers out. I guess
Oh, nice job.
I'm not meant to own
Look
a
at
yarn
that.
store.
You don't need to put the thingy back on, but you can if you want to.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, I
All right.
will.
So that's her thing.
And then I need to show you. I am.
Show him the new present.
All right,
We
Deb.
had all kinds of presents.
We had
today.
presents today. I was going to do it next week, but then I couldn't wait.
I'll just wear them next week.
Okay.
Okay.
I can show
Although
my
I don't
feet.
know,
I can
they
show
may
my
have to
feet.
be washed between now and then because I'm probably going to wear them in between.
Yeah, I'm probably going to wear them in between. They look
Yeah.
really cute on. See?
They are cute. They're just
Okay.
adorable.
Socks. Bacon and egg socks.
breakfast.
Come on, it's
For
breakfast. Look at
Isn't that
this.
cute?
Oh my goodness.
I saw those and went, okay, immediately had to buy them.
By Soxy.
Buy Soxy. So that was
Okay. The other thing, I have been, Jane, this is yours. And this is the cowl that she asked for. It is the of course, I've forgotten the name of the pattern.
It's okay. I'll put it in the show notes because it's there from last week.
Yeah, it's there from last week. But this is Jane's cowl.
Oh, wow. That's lovely.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Check
did-
that
you
out.
did
You
good.
just kind of whipped that thing right out, didn't you?
It really was an easy knit because it was all, well,
It's
no, there was
worsted, right?
it's worsted and it's all
Knit.
it's
no,
all
that's a
purl and rib,
Oh,
which is how you get the
not Sue's kind of pattern.
no. So Jane, this is yours. I'm coming up to Mom's the end of March. So hopefully the weather will still be cool enough that you can enjoy this.
There you have it.
Okay.
Well, and I can confess. That did a number on your hair.
I know it's
Yeah,
like
it really did.
staticky.
Yeah.
I know.
I can confess I have the orgasm pattern written.
Yay! It's being test knitted.
It's not being test knitted.
No, just edited, tech edited.
It's being edited, and I'm not a professional pattern writer.
No.
And while I think this is an easy knit, getting it written down on paper tends to be
It's a little tedious, isn't it?
it's baffling me just a smidge.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday I had a nice little hour-long powwow with my tech person, and I'm gonna rewrite it.
Okay.
Essentially, but I should have it for you guys next week,
Maybe week after.
and I'll give it to you
just
guys
have to
for
keep
free.
coming back. So
Yeah,
that you can
I'll give it to you guys for free for a while
Okay.
until I figure out
Because we
a
like you.
venue to put it someplace.
Yep.
Which I don't know where I'm going to put it because I'm not on Ravelry, so it's not going to go on Ravelry.
Not going to go on Ravelry. We can.
And
figure
I
some-
was told
We'll
by
figure something out.
I was told by the owner of the Felted Garden that I could put it on Felted Garden, but I need to figure out how to put a PDF on Etsy. And I went, okay, so
Okay,
great,
so I
thanks."
guess great, thanks. And then you can do her PDFs if she ever
Yeah.
has a PDF. See, because then she's
Yeah,
getting something
so-
out
Then
of
you
it.
can put Stormy on there too.
So I'm thinking that a website will be coming.
Yeah, no. So we'll work
I'm
on something.
thinking a website
Yeah.
will be coming, but it'll be free for you guys for however long.
Okay.
Because
Because we're just like that.
I'm just like that.
And I have one more thing that I have to post. My
You have to
husband, I have to tell them, Mikey gave me this piece of paper to share with our viewers because he felt security is an important item.
It is.
He went through this whole big thing about they had a crash thing or somebody got hacked or something.
Mikey
The amount
works
of time-
for
A government,
a government.
a defense contractor, and he does government stuff. So he's really into all of this stuff. But anyway, he was telling me about how when they tell you to set up a password, it was like I had to have 8 characters and it has to be this and this. And I said, I'm running out of things to think about to change, to make it. And he goes, well, don't make it 8. He said, they can break that in like in an afternoon. And I said, what are you talking about? Everybody says at least 8 characters. Well, according to Better Buys, 8 characters in your passwords only takes 5 hours to break. That most of these people who can break passwords and things.
Yeah, but I find it hard to believe that someone wants to waste
7 characters?
5 hours on my password.
But they don't necessarily, they start these out and they start doing it, and then if they break through and somebody comes back, they don't hit all of them, but they may hit a few during the course of time with these hackers. Anyway, if you have 7 characters, 29 milliseconds they can crack 7. Why does that one character take so much? Well, I guess so.
Whatever.
Anyway, so make it 12. Always have 12 characters in your password because it takes 2 centuries. It's going to be how long it would take me to remember the password.
Right.
But
because it's 12 characters.
I told him, I told him.
Mine's 14 characters.
Oh, God, that would be
They'd never
12.
get into
They'd
it.
never get into it. Yay. So anyway,
So I would never
I'm
get
sharing
into it
this
either.
because my husband said to share because security is important. He doesn't want you to think that we don't sell our information. Nobody even wants our information.
You mean our information?
And my husband uses, because, everything has a password on it.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're in the workforce and in, secure type things, they make you change the password.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Every so often.
And you've used that in the last.
Yeah, you can't use this one within the last,
Right.
6 passwords or whatnot. So he has this, and I'll have to look up the, it's a government something where his passwords are saved on a government secured
Site.
cloud or something.
Yeah.
That is password protected. But that's where he keeps all of his passwords. I have mine on a password protected Excel spreadsheet.
Me too.
Because there's no bloody way that anybody in their right mind can remember 1,200 different fucking passwords.
No. And especially now because they're starting to generate them. Like, use this strong password. 717
Oh my
PCK.
God, right?
Things like, and you're like, of course.
Exclamation mark, question mark.
And you're sitting there thinking, I just look at it going, I don't even remember that.
I just copy and put that into my spreadsheet.
Yeah, because that's like crazy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, look how far though when you first started all this and now a lot of usernames you can't have those as your email. There are a lot of places are going where you have to, and I'm thinking, holy crap, now I got to have a username
Name as well.
that's changed every 30 days.
And I've
or
only
something
got
like
one
that.
name.
And I've only got one. Yeah, you're right. Well, I have a few. Maybe I should start using squirrels. I'll have to look up squirrel names.
I have to look up how to spell squirrel for crying out loud. I can't use squirrel. I can't. Because, and I know
Thank
this.
you for sending that picture. It was hysterical. I love it.
I know this because while I was searching for squirrel stitch markers, I'm misspelling the word squirrel because I'm a doorknob.
You could have just put Deb.
Right, and squirrels would have popped up. It would have been squirrels and unicorns.
Yeah.
Yeah, squirrels and unicorns.
Hedgehogs, too. I got my little hedgehogs.
Okay,
Yeah,
I have something else to show.
You too.
I
Your
have-
sweater?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, your sweater!
It's
Fantastic! I want to
amazing.
see the sweater because you told me, so I got verbalage, but not visual.
Verbalage?
But not visual.
Yeah. Here it is so far.
In its glory
I have gotten down.
to the body.
All right, I got the arms on waist yarn,
Yay! Look at that. We're onto the body.
and we're onto the body.
Nice.
Oh my goodness! Looky, guys.
Look
And I
at how
can't
cute.
tell how big it's going to be because if I pull it out, it'll come off the
it'll
needles.
come off the needles.
But I
look
think it's
at-
going to be okay.
Look
I
at
think
guys.
so.
Oh my gosh, I love these colors. They're fun.
Isn't that pretty?
And this is ridiculous.
Ridiculous,
Ridiculous.
worsted. And the colorway is
I can't
something
remember.
flame.
But look at
Autumn
the sleeves,
flame,
guys. The sleeves have this pearl ridge all the way down the
all the way,
sleeve.
the whole length of the sleeve.
Oh
Now,
my gosh, it's so fun.
what I'm thinking,
Flax? Is that it? Or is
I love
that
it.
the...
Flax is the name of the
From
pattern.
Tin Can Knits.
Tin Can Knits.
Right. I don't have
and what
the
I'm
name.
thinking about doing is putting the body on waist yarn and doing the sleeves.
Yes. Smart move. Smart move.
Well, okay, so here's my thing with this. And
Mm-hmm.
I've only done one sweater, so I'm not an expert, but I listen to a lot of sweater.
You listen to experts.
I listen to experts. And from doing the one sweater that I did do, I can tell you that if you do the whole sweater and then do the sleeves, you have this whole sweater in your lap that you're continually turning, and it's hot.
Right. Yes.
And come to this point,
Right.
then you
Because then also
then the
when you-
sleeves are done and you don't have the one sleeve syndrome as well.
when you get back to the body, you can put the sleeves on the inside. And kind of pin them up or tie them up here at the top, and they won't get in your way.
The other thing is, and I heard this
You can
somewhere.
ponytail them. Just ponytail the sleeves.
That if I go ahead and do the sleeves now, then I'll know how much I have left for the body, because I will want to make that probably longer than what the pattern shows, because it shows being just below the waist.
Right.
And
I don't use
I'd like it to be
waist
longer than
yarn.
that.
I don't use waist yarn. What I do is I put this on either a 1 or a 2 40-inch, like super long, and then I can knit off it, and I'm not putting it back on needles.
Yeah, put it on an interchangeable.
So you put it on. You can put it on either on the wire, on an interchangeable wire. So that, and then if you want to put it on for some reason, or if you want to put your arm in the sleeve,
you got the stoppers.
You've got the stoppers, and you can get it on and do more with it. And then you just knit it off, and because half the time,
I've got some really long.
Yeah,
I can do that.
In fact, I did that with the cowl too. I put before I got up to the top ribbing, I put it on so that I could put it on and see. Yeah, I'm right. This is meant I should stop, because it's going to be like that.
Right. She's so funny. Squirrel. See? Squirrel.
I was totally.
I will have to change.
But I like this. I
think
this.
it's great.
Fun.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, I really.
And look at these great little stitch markers.
I know
They're
the
the
best
best.
stitch markers.
And a squirrel would be even better.
Well, what I have is I have to show you what. There's my beginning of the round.
Oh yeah.
It
21?
says it's the 2021
2021.
Okay.
stitch marker that
I
Sue
put a
made.
2020 on my painted bricks because I did start that.
Because you did start it.
And I think I'm going to leave it on there. I think I'll sew it in and just put it in somewhere in the middle so that I'll remember some year that I did it.
When you have dementia in full fledged,
And
you
it's
can
not
go, oh
gonna
yeah,
be,
that's a
speaking
2020.
of painted bricks, it's not going to be done anytime soon.
Did
I
you
read
get
the
any done
border.
this week?
Oh, I'm up to date.
Okay.
I'm doing a row a day.
Okay.
However, I might have to kick that up this week because I didn't really. I just read when I read the border. I didn't realize that I have to repeat it like 5 times.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I end with like 750 stitches
Right.
on this thing. I didn't put it together.
Enamored with how many damn stitches are.
I am. I'm just totally. The thing is, just like you said, you get going and you're knitting away, and you're just kind of knitting away, and you're knitting away, and then you're like, I'm knitting, and I'm knitting, and then you look, and you're like, I still have all this. And you think you're making progress, and you really are. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems. But I only have 8 rows left. I have one more color and one more of the variegated to actually finish the body, and then I'll be on the border. So,
Well, this is my second skein.
How many skeins do you got?
I have 7 altogether, so I still have 5 to go. So I feel like
you should be okay.
yarn-wise, I'm in good shape. So
You're not going to be doing quite as much, and you may decide not to make them long sleeves. You may decide the 3/4 length is nice, because then you could wear it on a cooler day this summer if you get tired of doing sleeves.
Don't encourage her to stop a sleeve short. For crying out loud, do the damn sleeves, woman.
Okay.
Actually, at this point, it'd be a nice vest.
At this point, it'd be like right about here. That'd be a real attractive
Be a
look.
real
I'm trying to encourage her to finish a complete sweater.
Okay.
Yes.
We are. Well, she
And
will.
it's a pullover. I know you would wear that one because it's gorgeous.
It really
Isn't
is.
it pretty? I'm really
I
happy
do
with
like
the
that.
yarn.
You'll wear
And even
it.
when we start
this is
sitting outside at
even
lunch,
Sue
you could
colors.
be comfortable.
It is, but it's a little too heavy for me.
That's true. You'd sweat.
Yeah, sweat. I could wear it like one day.
I couldn't even wear it a day.
Not a
Oh,
whole
I could
day.
wear-
I mean, I could wear it a day if it was 20 below.
Like we had that
Yeah, that one day.
That one day.
That one day.
That one day. Or when we did inventory, I could probably have worn it when I was out in the
warehouse?
Well, you'd have gotten it dirty.
No, actually, I didn't get too. I mean,
Yeah, no. Us girls don't get too dirty on
no,
in the
they don't get
warehouse.
too.
I mean,
No,
my hair
actually,
gets
there's just a lot of dust, and when I cleaned it off, I got
Yeah,
it
that
more on
was
my
fine.
hands because
Yeah.
of the metal fibers.
My
are
warehouse
big, so-
has resin and carbon
Yeah.
and gravel.
So yeah,
Gravel.
yeah, for the
Yeah, fine, medium, and coarse gravel.
On purpose, you have gravel.
Yes, we buy it in super sacks. We buy it in 2,500 pound.
they're really kind of a cool bag. If it wasn't
Are
so
they
very,
Of course, with
compostable?
a bag lady, she sees these. They're
No.
48 by 48 inch by
They're
60-inch bags.
and they've got fibers and everything in it. So if you cut it out, the only thing is you'd have to wash it and clean it because of all the dust. And the dust is embedded into it. I mean, the dust gets embedded into the fiber. So I looked at it because I actually thought maybe I'd steal one or have her save me one. Actually.
For what?
A super sack?
Yeah,
You
because
want
I
a
thought if nothing else, I could.
You
put
want
it-
to? I'm.
She's gonna
so
save
gonna
me
get
one.
you a freaking super sack.
Guess what I'm getting
Oh
for
my
Christmas?
gosh.
My
You're
birthday
gonna have to
present.
take it to a laundromat or a
Mikey would.
someplace and
What are you going to do with it?
have it.
Well, one, it could be. I could make a big bag. It could go over the
know, if-
lawnmower in the winter that's stored in the shed instead
it
of
could,
having
it
my
could fit
blow-ups
over
on
a
it.
riding lawnmower for
That's
crying
what
out
I
loud.
mean, and it could fit over the. When he put the lawnmower away. Now, what's saving it and keeping it clean are my blow-ups from Christmas. They're drying. The only reason
Over
he-
the riding lawnmower.
Yeah, so the only reason they're going to get put away is because he has to get the lawnmower
out.
But he only puts a few of them, and then the rest of them kind of get shoved in that corner.
I'm so gonna find a super sack. This is ridiculous.
And then we can do our show in it. We'll be all sitting in this big bag.
No, like it.
I'm not getting in a bag.
You can get
Super
that.
sack would cover this table.
I know. That's why it would be so cool.
Gosh.
You know? Or when you're recycling something, or
Oh,
if
good
you-
Lord, that'd
if-
scare the recyclers.
or whatever. I think they're pretty cool. They're really cool. You should see them.
They
Take a
have
picture.
they have rivets on
Right.
the corners because like
It's so heavy.
tractors are supposed to be
Yeah.
able to pick these things up, which yeah.
And they're really neat. And I think there's got to be something I can
I
do
thought
with
maybe you would cut them up and make them into project bags.
Well, and I think that might be one of the things I might do
They're
with
plastic
them.
lined.
But they're plastic, which is
They're
fine.
plastic lined.
You can work with that. I can work with that. You know, as if I don't have any other projects at home to work
Or
with.
any more
I
fabric.
mean, if it's
I did get
like
your-
aqua like carbon, and print on the outside, that would be kind
That
of
would be
cool. But
kinda
it
cool.
doesn't have that. They're just white,
No.
cream, grayish. They're
Yeah,
no
but
fun. There's no
I don't
fun
know.
print on them.
I
or
think they're
anything.
pretty cool. I actually have 2 dog food bags that I keep saying I'm going to do something with. But
Speaking of bags,
speaking of bags, your bag is out of the machine.
is it?
It's
I was
out
just
of the
gonna
machine.
say because
I
my bag
didn't
has
do
been in
anything.
prison for a long time. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's out of the machine. I got it out of the machine, and
Okay.
I think I figured out what the problem was. So I can get on it this week.
Okay.
See if
I think mine should not say I learned how to knit in prison. I think it should say I learned how to knit on a chain gang.
Okay, I'll change
I'm
it.
teasing.
No, because yeah, I'll change it. I can do
We're
that.
gonna
see,
on a
knitting on a chain gang would be hard.
It would be.
I know, but that would be good. Now I have to find a chain gang. But there's probably easier. I can probably find somebody dressed up with dragging a ball and chain on a wedding site. That's probably where I'd find it. Ball and chain.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Got it.
like in, what was the movie that Paul Newman was in? And they were all chained together out on this work crew.
Luke.
Oh,
something.
Luke?
Cool hand. Luke.
Cool Hand
Cool
Luke.
hand.
And he eats all those eggs.
Okay.
Doesn't he? Is that the one? Cool Hand Luke, where
I'm-
he's in prison, they make him, he eats all these legs. And the one that I really like, many years ago, he escapes and he's on the motorcycle, and he died a long time ago.
Steve McQueen.
That's it. And he gets on this
Yeah,
and he
that-
escapes.
That's a prison. That's from a World War II movie.
Yeah, and he escapes,
Uh-huh.
and he keeps coming back. I love that movie.
What is the name of that movie?
I don't know.
Come on, guys. What's the name of that movie with Steve McQueen where he escapes from a prisoner of war camp?
That's not Cool Hand Luke. That's
No.
Paul Newman. I don't remember.
Well, I was thinking of the chain. Well, I'm sure there was a chain gang, and there had to have been a chain gang, but I can't think of the name of the movie with Gene Hackman, the Western, and the town. Oh my God.
I don't know. I watched The Shawshank Redemption yesterday and thought of you.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah. I hadn't watched the beginning of it as much, so I didn't realize like when he was doing everybody's taxes, and that's how he kind of got in with, because
I thought he was a banker.
No, I knew he was a banker, but I couldn't remember exactly how he became that person that did the books.
Oh.
I couldn't. I didn't actually see. And then he does this, and how he got the library because
he kept writing.
He kept writing letters, but because he was also doing this other stuff, it kind of came through. So
yeah.
and I love that the end of that. It's just my favorite part where it's like. You can just think of what that guy, the warden, is thinking in his head. Oh, you man, you little fire, bleep, 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 bleep. Oh, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
So it was a good movie.
I do
I
like
may
that
have to
one.
watch it again because I don't remember all of that. But it's okay.
It's good. It was a good movie.
So.
I didn't watch anything else major this week.
Yesterday we discussed at lunch that we need to have some sort of place to put all of our good binge watching shows and movies.
Oh, you mean on the...
Anywhere. And I'm thinking maybe we should put it in the Ravelry.
Maybe.
Oh, we could do that.
If we start a thread of great binge watching.
Yeah.
And then
Let's do
people
that.
could add to that. And,
Yeah.
and then we could go, if you're thinking of what
Because
I want
Carly
to
was
watch
talking
this
about
week.
that.
Yeah.
And I said, well, maybe I could start a spreadsheet. And I could start a spreadsheet, but I think it would be
That would be
more
tough.
fun
Unless
to put it on Ravelry.
eventually
on the
it could be a section on the website too.
Yeah, we
eventually
could.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be good. We can start a thread maybe doing that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can
That'd be
start
good.
the thread.
Because you guys remember and watch more than
I'm not
I
on
do.
Ravelry.
No, but she watches a considerable amount.
Oh, yeah.
And series and things like that. She does.
I
Yeah.
can suggest
Yeah,
what
she
to
does.
add.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll put
Yeah.
that on
And all of
Ravelry.
you can recommend as well.
Yeah, that would be good. And then we can follow it.
Could you try again?
No, you can't have that right now. Thank you, though.
Siri just popped in. She had an opinion.
Okay, I think we've
I think
rattled
so.
on enough.
We did. We've kind of gone through the whole gamut
Even
of
We've
things.
talked about
Even
everything we need
Siri's
to.
contributed, so I
And
guess
And
even
this is-
Siri came out. When Siri comes out, we know time's enough.
We know time.
So-
Siri's gotten bored, so
She needs to pop in and say, "Hey, better than what's
that
the-
other name.
the
That
other
other
name.
name.
shall be
She
nameless.
She who shall
not
be
be.
be named.
We're not gonna.
So you guys have a wonderful week.
Yeah.
Get ready
Yeah.
for St. Patrick's Day. Get your.
Oh my
Isn't that
gosh.
corned beef? Don't we eat
Yes.
corned beef and cabbage?
It's green beer.
Are we gonna have corned beef next Sunday? And green beer? I
Gee.
don't drink beer,
But can't have green beer.
I can have green Kool-Aid. Maybe I'll bring it. We'll see. But anyway,
Yeah.
so get ready
we'll
for
have corned
St.
beef.
Patrick's Day.
Corned beef hash.
And she'll start that thing on the movies and stuff, and we'll be
Yeah.
here, and hopefully she'll have 2 sleeves all rolled down.
That would be
and,
cool.
or
I'll
she'll
have
have-
Maybe a bit much.
She'll
but-
have started
I'll have a pattern
something,
for you guys next
and
week
she
for the
hopefully have a
bingo.
pattern, and I'll just show
and I'll
them.
have new yarn because I've got a stack of new yarn
They
sitting on
just
my
let me
coffee
come
table.
over because they need somebody to kind of keep things going, I mean, I don't do that. So anyway.
What?
Anyway. See my new Star Wars shirt, guys? This is pretty cool. It's the elements of Star Wars. Just thought I'd share that.
Okay. Subscribe.
We told them that
Yeah,
already.
I told them that.
I'm reminding them.
Okay.
And comment. Tell your friends. Make your children subscribe.
Don't.
Whatever.
All right, guys. Have a good week.
Hey,
Talk to
bye-bye.
you
Take
next
Take care.
week.
Get vaccinated.